Thanks so much for being here. I'm Laureli Shimayo. This is our MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fair for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest, hopefully starting again soon, and we have lots of events online. This is our fair. This is our largest group of practitioners that we have online. There are 14 of us that are here tonight. We will all be introducing ourselves, sharing a bit about our work, and then we'll be doing an intuitive panel where we answer your questions. So answers to questions from the audience. We'll have 3 or 4 or 5 practitioners give you brief answers. So that's free, so you get a sample of what we do. We prioritize people that are new asking questions. So if you'd like to ask a question, please go ahead and let us know in the chat and we will start putting you on a list. Let's see, so we're gonna have the practitioners introduce themselves first. Yeah, then we'll do the intuitive panel. And then somewhere around 6, in just about an hour, 6 p.m. Pacific time, we will transition. And instead of being all together in this big room, we will move into breakout rooms. There'll be a whole set of breakout rooms where practitioners are giving talks and available to talk about their work and possibly give you samples. And then there's a whole set of private breakout rooms also where practitioners can do private sessions with you. All the practitioners offer specials today. So doing a session today or doing a session very soon, you can do that at a reduced price. There's information on all the practitioners at jointhefair.com. If you scroll down that page, you can see a flyer. We also have a fair schedule room that you can move yourself into to see the schedule. And I'm going to upload a PDF that you can download here in just a moment too. I'll upload that in the chat. So lots of information available about the practitioners with all their contact info, what they do, and their specials. Great, we're so excited to be with you today. Let's get started having the practitioners introduce themselves. These are going to be short 1-minute introductions. All right, maybe let's go start off in about the same order we did. We just did a Facebook Live, and so we're going to go in about the same order as that one. Let's see, so let's start off with Susy, and I'll switch it up a little bit here. We'll do Susy, Wyatt, Henry, and then Lizzie. All right, go ahead, Susy.
Hey, I'm Susy Parker Goins of Blue Lightning Healing and Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. I'm a channel, so that means I bring divine through me to present to you in an accessible way so that you can feel comfortable communicating with source in in a face-to-face manner so you can talk to them, ask those questions. I'm also an energy healer. I do Reiki and can do body scans. You can identify blockages in your body. We can talk about it and help you release those things that you're hanging on to. I love doing past life exploration, which is the talk that I'm doing tonight about easy do-it-yourself ways to look at past lives. And if I have time, and I probably will, knowing me, we'll do a meditation. I also have a podcast, and that's called Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. And that's on Spotify and Audible, and I have links on my website, which is bluelightninghealing.com. I have a special tonight, which is 20% off a 60-minute session, and there should be a code in there that's 60MeWe20 that you can sign up for through my website. You can contact me at susie@bluelightninghealing.com. And I think that's what I got right now. Thanks so much. I'm so grateful you all are here.
Great, thanks so much, Susie. And yeah, Nissa is putting all kinds of info in the chat. So there should be a link to where the flyer is as well. And I will get that PDF uploaded now. All right, Wyatt is next.
Hi, everyone. My name is Wyatt Larson. I'm a shamanism practitioner, and you can find me and all my information at thewildwoodhollow.com or email me at thewildwoodhollow@gmail.com. A little tongue twisted today, apparently. I use the ancient techniques of shamanism to help my clients move forward. I had a fun few near-death experiences that brought me into shamanism, and it's really what I'm using to help provide healing for others after I've gone through the healing myself. I am also adding a few new things. Life is exciting. So I have indefinitely closed the Wildwood Hollow, but I'm doing everything by donation, and I'm still within the shamanism world. So I'm still here. Hi, hello. So everything is by donation, including full shamanic session healings and whatnot. So I do have a recommended price if you'd like to give me a good donation or whatnot, but that's up to you. Beyond that, tonight I'm going to be doing a guided shamanic journey. excuse me, and it's about your threads and the story you are weaving. And we're going to be looking at the tapestry of your own life and what you're weaving and what can be rewoven and unwoven and what you plan on reweaving in the future. So it's going to be a fun experiment, fun journey, and I hope to see you guys there.
Thanks so much, Wyatt. All right, we've got Henry and then Lizzie and then Alethea.
All right, so I am Henry India Holden at henryindiaholden.com, and I work with a number of different modalities: tarot, life coaching, and spiritual directing. And what I specialize in is helping people identify their purpose, and then also tailor the steps to manifesting it, because it's not enough just to know. It's also like, what do I do now? And I do have event specials, 30% off. So it's $30 for 30 minutes. It says it right there, and $50 for 15 minutes. And when you go to my website, you'll see it where it says MeWe special, and you'll just click on that. And tonight I have a talk at 6:30, how to use the tarot to find your purpose. And then at 7:15, 7 things you can do with the tarot that's not reading the tarot. And I think that's it.
Thanks so much, Henry. All right, Lizzie is next, and then I think we have Alethea, and then Audrey.
Hello, everybody. This is Lizzie, and I do soul contract charts. They are based on the numerology of your name, which may be an exciting new development in charts. I'd never heard of it before I heard of it, and I still know that most people don't know what they are. So tonight I'll be giving 3 talks all about what soul contracts are and how they can help you. If you are familiar with like an astrology chart or a human design chart, this will be just an easy, quick slide to the right to understand how your soul contract chart can really give you perspective on the energies in your life. So excited to be at the fair tonight. They're always fun. You're in a great place right now. And a lot of us are giving specials. I'm giving a special, and that is if you buy a soul contract chart tonight, well, not tonight, but if you come to my talk and you're interested, you can get a second one for a half price, which is a pretty sweet deal. So I'm going to be giving 3 talks in breakout room 6 at 6:30, 7:15, and 8 p.m. Feel free to come in even if it's not at those times, because I just hang out in my breakout room and you can ask me questions randomly and pop in and out. Look forward to seeing you. Have a great evening.
And that's a great point. Throughout the entire fair, you can pop in and out of any breakout rooms that you want to, as much as you want to. The public ones, that is. You're very welcome to just move in and out, whatever your schedule is, and chat with practitioners in between all the talks. All right, let's see. So I think then we said Alethea and Audrey, and then Sherry. Go ahead.
Good evening, I'm Alethea. I combine my shamanic practices and psychic abilities, and I help women in midlife get unstuck and refocus on their life purpose. A lot of times midlife kind of throws us for a loop and we don't always know how to navigate through that. I create a special program to lead women through the release of the old, to grab onto and move forward into the beautiful, bright future. I'm speaking tonight on our conditioned self and our authentic self at 7:15 in my breakout room, and I'm going to hang out a lot in my breakout room. And so I'd love to have one-on-one conversations with you. I have also a special is $30 for a 15 to 20 minute session, and that would be just personal session between you and me. So I look forward to meeting you individually and hearing what you have to say, what you are dreaming about, what you want to do next. My business is revealedheart.com, so you can find me on the web. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Alethea. And I'm just bouncing between speaker and gallery, and I got you all laid out by where you are in the room. So I'm like, all right, Audrey is next, and then Sherry, and then Rachel, and then Sarah. Go ahead, Audrey. And oh, I muted you, sorry.
Okay, hi, thank you. Hi, I'm Audrey. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Audrey Lee. I'm with AudreyLeeMetaphysics.com. I do astrology, numerology, tarot, destiny cards, and of course, just communicating with the spirit. Every time that you come to ask me any question, usually I like to connect right to your higher self or perhaps the spirit guides that you bring with you. So that is how it works. Today, I'm hoping to focus on the love aspects of your life, or anybody who needs some guidance in that area. I'm going to be doing a talk at 6:15, which is how to pre-qualify a lover by numbers. I'm going to be in the breakout room number 2, so please come join me.
Thanks so much, Audrey. All right, and oh, we moved around, and I think we have Sherry and then Rachel.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sherry Davis. I'm a coach, an intuitive reader, a shamanic healer, and a Qigong teacher. I'm an intuitive channel working with your guides to deliver relevant messages and information to you. I'm also a Reiki master with a broad-based understanding of the energetic realms, and I utilize different modalities in order to guide you to shift your own energetic field. I also teach both public and private Qigong classes to teach you to cultivate your own energy. Please check out my website at www.sf as in San Francisco coaching.com or the Fair Flyer for more information. Tonight, I have a 33% off special on a 1-hour reading, and I am doing 3 talks tonight on protecting your energy. So please come check me out in room 12. First talk is at 6:15, the second at 6:45, and the final talk at 7:30, excuse me. Thank you, and enjoy your time at the fair this evening.
Thanks, Sherry. All right, I think then we've got Rachel and Sarah and Erin. Oh yeah.
Hopefully my microphone's working now. I'm Rachel. I'm an Australian-based energy healer. I work intuitively, so no two healings are the same. I do sound healing as well, and my mission is to help people feel empowered so they can heal themselves. I feel that's really important in this day and age, to put it back onto the beautiful people. At 7:15 or 12:15, for any Australian friends tuning in, I'll be doing a intuitive healing session. So I'd love to see you there. I will be in my breakout room for chats and to connect if you feel you'd like to do that. And yeah, it's lovely to have you here. I've got a special as well, which is $44 for a 30-minute session. And you can find me at templeofeden.com.au, or you can contact me at rachel@templeofeden.com.au. Lovely to see you all here, and enjoy the fair today.
Thanks so much, Rachel. I'm thrilled to have you from across the world. I love that we get to do this all together online. All right, let's see. We're letting more people in too. All right, let's see. So I think we said we've got my order of Sarah and Erin. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Maxwell, and I am here actually in Birch Bay, Washington, right on the northernmost point, right before you get to Canada. I can see Canada out my window. So that's lovely to be here with all of you tonight. And my focus is on having your magic and mojo powers and defining what that means. And also, how do you implement those in your own life? I have studied many modalities over the years. I've set up many shamanic facilitations, and I've kind of used myself as my own case study in life by moving around the world many times and traveling to over 60 countries and moving to different countries. I have helped myself and others start over if you want to up and move and create a new life and what you want to put in it. So some of my talks tonight are starting, there's 4, I wrote them down, is at 6:30 for witchcraft and casting a happy spell on yourself and your life. And spells are only meant to be used for yourself and not others, as a disclaimer. And then at 7, accessing your mojo and magical powers and utilizing them. At 7:45, wanding your way around the world with your own fairy godmother. I'll tell you who your own fairy godmother is, you. And at 8:30, how to have holistic business collaborations, because so much of this is relationships and who we work with and how we work together in life and support and cross promote each other. So that's at 8:30, and I'm in the process of setting up my website. I normally do it for other people, so I'm doing it for myself, but you can find me at Sarah JP Maxwell on Facebook, and my email is sarahmaxwell888@gmail.com. I also integrate a lot of things in Feng Shui and numerology, and from all the wonderful people that I've learned from over the years. So putting it all together. I look forward to seeing you in these rooms and helping you find your own magic and mojo powers. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Sarah. Sarah is one of our new practitioners here tonight. And then Erin is also one of our new practitioners. Erin.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me. My name is Erin, and I'm a tarot reader and energy healer from Seattle. I specialize in connecting you to your intuition, your inner knowing, and your personal power, and really asking the right questions of the tarot to help you get clear on what it is you really want and how do you get that and how do you start moving forward. I am offering personal sessions tonight for both readings and healings in my private breakout room. And I'm also offering a discount code for my tarot masterclass coming up. It starts on September 28th. It's an 8-week class. It's super in-depth, learning the entire tarot, all 78 cards, how to create custom spreads, how to set sacred space, history of the tarot, all things like that. So that discount code can be found on the flyer. And my website, my business name is Arcana Crafts Co. And my website is just arcanacrafts.co. And I'm giving 2 talks tonight. One is at 6:45 p.m. and it's demystifying the tarot. How is it so accurate and just how does it work? And at 8 p.m. I'm giving a group energy healing for removing other people's energy from your space. So thank you guys.
Great, great. And I can't remember the removing other people's energy from your space. I got to go check that out on the schedule, make sure it's there too. All right, and we've got 2 other practitioners that are joining us in a little bit. We've got RaShar Divine coming. She does Astral, Soul, Ascension, and Transformation. And then we have Michelle SB coming as well. So she offers intuitive soul sessions using tools of hypnosis and oracle decks. And I think she's doing past life, right? I think we don't have it updated in all the different spots in our notes. And then I'm also a practitioner sharing my work. I'm Laureli Shimayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. I read your eyes, read the energy of your soul to share about your purpose and answer questions about things like your career path, where you're working right now, relationships with people in your life, matchmaking and helping you find your soulmate online, all kinds of different things. And I have a ton of other events coming up that I do. For example, I have something called Circling or Be Here Now in a Circle that I'm offering on Friday morning at 10 a.m. That's how to be present in the moment in yourself and with others. And then this Saturday, if you're in the Seattle area, I'm doing free online dating coaching and matchmaking, West Seattle, free for 10 minutes. And then I'll do 15 minutes if you want to do a paid session. And then online, I'm teaching people to use O cards for doing readings and opening to your intuition. And that's coming on Saturday, October 2. And then of course, there are all sorts of MeWe events that are happening, and we will tell you more about those as we go on tonight. All right, great. Practitioners, did I leave out anyone? Did I get us all? I think I got all of us. All right, great. All right, so we're going to start doing our intuitive panel. I have not been paying attention to see if anyone has said they want to sign up to ask a question. We give priority to people that are new, that have never asked a question at our intuitive panels, at our fairs before. So this is an opportunity for you to ask a question of the panel. So maybe 3 or 4 or 5 of us practitioners will answer your questions before. Well, so if you want to ask a question, let us know in the chat. And we'll get you in line. Gio and Anessa are both having with all this back end stuff right now. Before we answer your questions, if you ask a question, When we answer, we may go deeper than you want us to go in this recorded format that's going to get posted online, or we start talking about other areas of your life that are not what you want us sharing about in this format. So please give us guidance ahead of time so we can stay kind of in the right path, or interrupt us in the middle and tell us that you want us to change how we're answering. We are great with doing that. We're here to honor you. Please also, we have the request that you allow the attention to stay up here on the panel of all these practitioners tonight. If you have something come through you, some message come through you, and we're all intuitive and come in here, you probably know that. Maybe write it down, because those messages are often fleeting. And then please, if you could hold that and wait until we're done answering someone's question. And then if you want, you're welcome to write to them in chat privately and ask them if they'd like to hear what came through you. Great opportunity to share if they want to hear. And please honor whatever it is that they say. If they feel full, they just don't want any more right now, please honor that and know that the message came through you for some other reason. Might be just, reinforcement that you're on the right track and your answers are matching what other practitioners share. And you may have something come through you too that has nothing to do with what we share, that may be totally valid, and it's just not what we share today. And so please just know that this is just a great opportunity for you to stretch and expand and enjoy and play around in metaphysical energy. All right, who wants to ask a question of the panel? We usually have an enormous number lists of people. So you can write in the chat and let us know if you want to ask a question of the panel, or anyone could use the tools to raise their hand right now. We usually don't have everyone raise their hands, just the practitioners, and if we don't have anyone new, I'm so surprised if we have no one that's new that wants to ask a question. If you haven't asked a question in a long time, we could answer one of your questions too, since we don't have anyone in the line right now, shockingly. All right, so that may be Kristen wants to ask a question. Is that true? Yeah. Okay, great. Kristen, go ahead and yeah, come on screen.
Okay, I might need help formatting the question, but basically I'm trying to figure out, I guess, how I should go forward in my relationships. I recently had a breakup, and it was kind of unexpected, to where initially I thought that I was going to potentially break up the relationship because it was, not emotionally and physically connected. And the person I was with kind of saw it a very different way. He would play video games and did not really recognize we weren't having quality time, just wanted to take a break from all that and go to Minnesota and travel. So very big change from what we were planning. We were looking at houses earlier.
Yeah, great. Well, so practitioners, if you want to answer Kristen's question, just raise your hand so I know. I'm going to start answering while we're waiting. So can I share a little bit about what I see in your eyes? So to me, two of the talents that you have, and I read all kinds of traits in people's eyes, they're scholar and priestess. Scholar wants to absorb information, pull it together in a map to create deeper wisdom. And so you love to learn. That makes sense to you. And then I think also you have a talent that's called priestess. That's about inspiration, vision, passion, and motivation. It's about using emotions to pull things forward, move things to their potential, help people grow. And so chances are, if you've done what lots of people do, we end up choosing partners that are very different than us. I think they're actually the hardest people to be with, because we don't like the same things. We don't do things in the same ways. And so my guess is that you love to grow, you love to go deep, and you chose a partner that really didn't like that. It sounds like you chose a partner that might've been more interested in things like sensual pleasure and ideas, and a little bit more of addicted to different ideas, and kind of just exploring more in fantasy and not really connecting deeply emotionally. So yeah, so you said you were wondering what to do with relationships, or what's coming with relationships?
Yeah, I think so. Whether I should be worrying about this particular one, or if I should be moving on, because
So I would say
we were similar at the beginning, but it changed.
Yeah, so I'd really have to see the person's eyes to know, and I'm guessing move on from what you're sharing. You want to look for someone that goes deep and real and is emotional, can connect with you emotionally. Yeah, and so I'm going to add, let's see, we've got Audrey in line and then Susie in line, and I didn't say this, but practitioners, let's try to keep our answers to a minute or so we can get several of us in for each question. Go ahead, Audrey, and then Susie, and then Henry.
Okay, great, thank you. Hi, welcome. Okay, so far from what I'm getting about your relationship with this person is that there's a lot of that practical needs in the air at the moment, probably about work, money, just life life stuff, just being practical or being mindful of the right thing to do. And so when you say, oh, playing video games or oh, just taking it one day at a time, all of that is like putting off, postponing, or not taking life quite as seriously. So I feel that that may be a side problem. However, I think that the both of you probably care about each other. I do see that he is emotional. I feel that he does come through like, oh, I need to do the right thing. I want to. So he's telling us that. So I think, right now, just flowing with the energy, like taking it, oh, spontaneously, okay, or we don't have to make any serious decision at this moment. I think that's probably the best policy right now, even though probably deep down inside you say, I want to know where to go, what to aim at. But I see that, the feelings are there. It's just that on the outside, we have to sort things out. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks so much, Audrey. All right, I think Susie's next.
Hey, Kristen. What I saw was that there is a moving forward you're willing to do, and that he's not really at that point. So it's okay for you to move forward on this and work on that healing from this relationship. And as a result, as you are healing and as you are growing, you're going to find that there is a different vibration to the people you draw to you, and being open to that change. So you have people who are out in the wings who are ready to come to you as your vibration shifts. And Audrey just mentioned, I pulled a card that is ebb and flow. And when she said flow, I went, oh, look, I got the card. Cool.
The ocean, I'm from Hawaii too, so very slow.
Yeah. So going along with the flow, I feel that you have the potential to overthink it. And I would ask you to just take a moment to give yourself a break, to cut yourself some slack and to go with it, because yeah, you've got a flow to go with now and to grow. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Susie. All right, Henry and then Sarah.
Right. So, Kristen, when you were talking about this, I pulled a card from my oracle deck, and it says it's love, right? Which is like such a good match, and it says sacredness. And so, how I'm interpreting that is for you to ask yourself if this relationship was a sacred relationship. Because our relationships can be learning relationships. They can be mistakes, not mistakes as in that it's wrong, but mistakes as in, okay, I'm going to learn from that. They can be where you heal each other, and they can be sacred. And I think that since he ended it, if unless you had a strong sense that this was a sacred relationship, you're completely free to move on, because whatever needed to be happening has happened.
Okay, thank you. Can you define sacred really quick? Like, is that just meaning it's the most important, like the one, or?
That's a really great question. Sacred. So I think of sacred in terms of that we live in two worlds at the same time: the world of the physical and in the unseen world as well. Like a lot of times, religion or spirituality concerns itself with the unseen, and a sacred relationship is one that connects with both worlds.
Thank you.
Thanks, Henry. All right, Sarah and then Aaron, and then we'll move to the next question.
Hi, Kristen. I totally understand where you're at. It's a vulnerable place. Did you say that you had been thinking about breaking up with him for a little while?
Yeah, a little bit, because it felt like things weren't moving, kind of like, the stable. It wasn't stable, but it was more so stale. So I felt like needed to talk to him about, getting that connection. And I think that's where maybe you might have pushed him a little bit. I'm not sure if I pushed him to think about it too much, but yeah, he, when I would ask him to clarify things, like I would find out, oh, there's reasons he's less attracted to me, or things like that. So that's really hard.
I will say, though, I probably think he picked up on you maybe thinking you might not want to be with him, and then sometimes I had a relationship like that. I kept thinking about breaking up with the person, and then he broke up with me. I was pretty shocked, actually. I was like, he broke up with me? I was going to break up with you. But I had to remove some of that upset to the side and say, there were reasons why I had been thinking that he and I would be better off as friends. And he and I still are friends, but sometimes when I hear from him, I think, yeah, I'm really glad that we broke up, because that just was not, do you want someone who's short-term or long-term? I would suggest that you ask yourself, interview yourself what you want in love. Do I want a long-term partner? Do I want to feel like it's a green light? I know I personally, as a woman, get very excited about, this is a green light. This feels long-term. We can grow together. And the characteristics that Laureli mentioned in the eyes, I think are helpful, because I'm usually assessing these things too. So maybe just take this time to be reflective, but make sure you're honoring what you really want, not what he wants or who he is. What do you really want in a partner? Because I know when I've changed that dynamic, I've had some amazing partners show up. Of just if I allowed them in or not, if I was still obsessing on the old one. So I hope that can be kind of helpful to just keeping to honoring yourself first.
Yeah.
And then choosing from there. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Sarah. All right, Erin.
Hi, Kristen. Nice to meet you. When I look at your question just intuitively, what I see is that it feels like you have a lot of energy still tied up in this relationship, and that you seem to be a very devoted person, and there's a part of you that would really like to try and make it work and to stick around for a little bit longer and to try a few more things. I see that you really have that in you, and part of you really wants to do that. But I sort of see that he just isn't going to be able to match your vibration. You're going to be trying really hard, and he's just not going to quite be able to rise up to that level, is what I see. And then I pulled a tarot card for you, and I got the Devil card. And whenever I draw this card, it means you have to do what scares you, because it's good for your growth. And it's often about, we want to stay back in our comfort zone, like stay in this relationship, the devil better than the one you don't know. It feels safe. It's your comfort zone. Oh, I could try, I can make it better. But you have to break those chains, because they're holding you back, and doing what scares you, moving on to the next thing. It's going to be better for your growth. But in all of it, I see there's lots of lessons for you to be learning, and you're growing a lot.
That's great. Thanks so much, Erin. And thanks so much, Kristen, for getting us started with the first question. Thanks for jumping in and your first event with us. It's your first time. Yeah, first time asking. All right, great. So we've got Larissa next, and then Dakota, and then Shay, and then Gertrude, and then maybe Melissa. All right, Larissa?
Hi.
There you are. Great. All right.
Can you hear me?
Great. What is your question?
Okay, so mine is going to be kind of general, because it's a few questions mixed into one, but it's basically going to be, what is my next move? I'm going through a really transitional phase, and I went through a breakup earlier this year, and I've had a really difficult time moving through that and on from that with someone that I was feeling a very sacred union with. And it's also concerning my career and wanting to move into possibly doing some tarot reading and kind of diving into my psychic abilities as well, which I've been doing some MeWe events and kind of honing in on that. But I guess my question is, what is my next move? And if you have anything that comes up for that, that would be great.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Practitioners, who feels ready to answer? All right, Wyatt is ready. Let's get Wyatt up here. Go ahead.
Hi, Larissa. So I went ahead and pulled a wind. So as a shaman, I work when my spirit says the wind. So the wind that I pulled from my wonderful wind bag is Amunet, the Egyptian goddess, or the Egyptian wind. And she is about obscurity, that hidden forces are at play. And I would like to ask you a quick question, that what direction do you feel most called to? North, south, east, or west?
Well, when you said that, I heard north, but yeah, north.
North? Okay. So north is the direction of the spirit. It is the direction of the cold, harsh winds of winter. When you think of north, a lot of people think of Iceland and Norway and Scandinavia. That's exactly where this kind of energy lives. When the north comes in, when you move into the northern wind, excuse me, it is time to go inward. It is time to look at what you are doing and tell the stories, pass on the knowledge to the next generation, to really write those stories that you want written. With Amunet coming in, this Egyptian wind, which is funny because Egypt is really hot. Look at these hidden forces that are behind what is going on. In a way, start doing the shadow work. A lot of the time when we go into the north, it is time to do shadow work because we are in the shadows. We're in the darkest time of the year. So look at those hidden forces that are kind of behind everything that is on the surface. The things that you don't really want to look at, because those are at what, excuse me, those are what are at play.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Wyatt. All right, Audrey.
Okay, hello. Okay, so the energy that I'm picking up about you, and thanks, Wyatt, for bringing in that shamanic kind of energy, because I also got this like a wolf face, almost like a diamond shape wolf face that stare right at us, me. And the diamond shaped wolf face has like a diamond shaped crystal on his forehead. And then so he says very solemnly, he says, seek the lesson. He says that there are a lot of things or a lot of thoughts that are still in hibernating stage in your life right now, which means that you probably should just wait a little bit longer, maybe just another even 2 months or 3 months, or this is like the preparation stage for you right now. So if you could, think about, what is my wish list? What do I want to do for the future? Let's say, for example, the career. I do want the metaphysical career, and that sounds really, really good. I feel that you have a lot of energy in that metaphysical field, or that the portals are opening up, almost like a popping sound. Pop 1, pop 2, pop 3. So I do feel that there is a lot of that potential, great potential, spiritual potential for you. But it says, do not follow the jumping around like a little rabbit hopping around, like, do 1 location, do 2 locations, or go here and then go there. Don't allow yourself to get too scattered. So again, you need to have a good plan. And this is a time for you to get that plan together. So that's what I have to offer.
Thanks,
Thank
Audrey.
you.
Thank you.
All right, Henry, and then Rachel, and then please, everyone, try to keep into a minute. I know we've all got so much to share. All right, Henry, you're on. You're still muted.
Yeah. I accidentally closed my timer that I have.
I got it. Go
running here.
ahead. I'll time you.
Okay, great. So, okay, thank you so much. So Larissa, so many different things happening at the same time. You were saying that you thought it was a sacred union. And so, and also that you're intuitive and you're interested in reading the tarot. And so sacred unions don't necessarily last, right? And so I would say just because it ended doesn't mean it wasn't a sacred union. And also, I would say that because of your own particular gifts, you probably know a lot more about this relationship than you think you do, and or than you let yourself engage with. Because sometimes we just don't want to know what we know because it doesn't fit what we hope it is. Does that make sense? And why I'm saying that right now, why I'm saying that is because I pulled the 9 of air. And so very influenced by the Hermit, and it's also very much about mind. So yes, Wyatt was talking about shadow work, and I think your shadow work is particularly with regard to what's not much with regard to what's going on with your emotions, but with your thinking world, the world of your thinking. So maybe there's been a little bit of negative or defeated thinking, or maybe there's been a little bit of a spiral, like why is this happening, or this shouldn't be happening, or something like that. We're kind of falling out of the polyrhythmic universe into kind of like, it's just like this, and now I'm in a down, rather than realizing it's like waves. You're always up and down at the same time.
And a minute and a half.
Good or bad. Okay. I think that's enough.
Thanks so much, Henry. Go ahead, Rachel.
Hi, Larissa. Lovely to meet you. What kept coming through for me is once you get started and once you take that first step, things are just going to unfold for you. I see you outside in nature and really connecting, and the messages are going to start coming through to you, and the magic is just going to draw you, and it's going to take you on this beautiful journey, and you're just going to be guided there. Once you stop, connect, and just really feel into your heart center, you will know. You have that knowing within you already. You don't really need to ask for anything outside of yourself at all. Just remember that.
Okay, thank you.
That's great. And I'll just pipe in and say that I'm thrilled that you're doing tarot readings. Totally feels like it's a good fit for who you are. It just seems like you've got natural skill, and it's just a great growth edge for you. So yeah, and I love you'll give the north wind of this feeling into what's really true of you and following that. That's great. Lots of things that lots of great things that people said. All right. So thank you so much, Larissa, for asking.
Thank you.
And jumping in. All right, Dakota, you're next. And another one of our practitioners is about to join us. Where's Dakota? Is that if you have your video on, I can spotlight you if you'd like that. You don't have to do that. Oh, there's Dakota. Oh, okay. Oops. Dakota. Like, oh, I can't see your video yet. Wave your hand if you've got your video on. No, you don't have your video on yet. Dakota, are you ready? If not, we'll go to another question. You can come in afterwards. Oh,
hello.
Dakota. Okay, great. Hi. All righty. What is your question?
Well, I'm just having a hard time right now. My mother passed away a couple years ago. I've been, stop, please. I've been trying to continue living in her house with my children. It's been really tough. I've also become disabled in this past 2 years. And it's been really rough on me. I've been trying to move to get out of this house because there's just the memories. It's just really hard. But our moving plan did not pan out. So I just feel like I'm stuck right now. And I'd like some help on where I should go next.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing with us, and just to feel like in your voice, and then also just right the energy of what you're being with. Yeah, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us and letting us share with you. All right, practitioners, do you have something you'd like to share with Dakota? All right, have Audrey, and then practitioners, anyone that hasn't shared yet too, please feel free to jump in. All right, Audrey, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry. It just came really fast because when you started talking, mom's image came in very fast. So I had to raise my hand. Okay, so she came in as a rider, like a warrior rider, a very primal kind of image. And then so she says that she is not resting in heaven. She is actually being very active. And she encourages you to also get active, go places, don't be stuck in this one place. Do whatever that you want to do in life, because life is so short, as they say. So she would like to see you do a lot of things, exciting, fun, take the kids out, be like your kid, be youthful. And that's the best message that she wants to give you. And another word that she says to me was love without condition, which means that she's not expecting you of anything, that you are free to do whatever you like.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, we've got Sarah next, and then Susie.
I'd like to say one more thing if I can.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
My disability makes it hard for me to get around. So I try to do as much as I can with my kids. I mean, I've got a 5-year-old, so it's hard to just sit around, but I've got 4 herniated discs in my back.
Oh.
One has a pinched nerve that goes all the way down my leg, so it makes it hard to walk for a long time. So I just try to do as much as I can, but thank you again, Henry.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Audrey. And then, so go ahead. We've got, oops, I can't see. Sarah, and then Susie, and then Wyatt.
Hi, Dakota. Gosh, I really feel for you. I can, yeah, your child's very adorable. I will say that I think a good place to start, just so you have some action steps, is to start studying some things on Feng Shui. Just start removing some of the memories, anything that makes you feel weighed down, heavy, that just doesn't feel like what you want to have in your next home. I've personally had to Feng Shui my house, declutter, move things out, because you should give all the love and energy that you can to your current home, so that that will help support you into your next one. I can feel your mother. My mother had passed away a long time ago, and I was able to have her help and her guidance get me into my next home. So just keep asking your mom what she would like for you. And then also a great place to start, because I've had to do this myself over the years, not having a mother, I always treat myself the way I would treat my own daughter, and really start mothering yourself. So lots of times I say, do you want to go out for ice cream, or do you want to stop and pet that dog? Just put as much fun and play and joy into your life as possible. Like, that should be your priority, especially, I think the disabilities are coming from, I wake up every morning and I really talk to my body and my cells. And I say, what is this pain? What does it want me to know? What can I do? I sometimes look at a pain and I'm like, all right, this is either telling me to sit still and listen and tune in, or it's saying, hey, let's just get up and put some good music on and dance a little and happy dance. I was just dog sitting 3 dogs and 3 goats and a whole bunch of chickens. It was all female. Like the goats, their whole job was to just go out there and graze and have a good time. And I was kind of like, well, I'm just going to mirror what the goats are doing, and same with the dog. So I'm going to go out and have a good time. And that was like the top of my to-do list, is my to-be list. So I think just start giving that home a lot of love, appreciate it. Just start removing things that are give it away or sell it on Facebook Marketplace. I just bought a bike and met this really nice woman, and she helped deliver it. I just made a new friend. She was like, oh, I'll help you anytime, and let's go try a new dinner recipe. And she's like a mom. She has kids and grandkids. So I thought, that mother energy. So yeah, those are my suggestions. Thanks. Sorry to ramble.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Sarah. We've got Susie and then Wyatt.
Hey, Dakota. What Sarah and Audrey said, I'm just like, oh, I got ding, ding, dings here. So I am seeing your mom there, and she is. What I got was that it is time to clear the energy, and so it's her memories you're going to be clearing, not your memories of her. I am confident that you will not forget her, because she's your mother and you loved her deeply. So clearing the energy, and there are many ways to do that, whether you do a smoke clearing using a smudge of some sort, you can envision clearing. You can envision, just start with a room and envision the energy in the room and swirl it counterclockwise, which is a clearing, and it's going to funnel out that energy which is not serving you. And then you shift the direction of the energy to be clockwise to bring in that which is for you. So when Sarah suggested clearing out your stuff, you're going to do that. You're going to be clearing that energy in yet another way. I also would, in the Feng Shui manner of speaking, when you are ready to move, when you are able to move, thank the house that you are in. It has held you for quite a while, and then you can find that and release it. I don't have any hits on your back, but I'm not a doctor, but I do ask you to continue to clearing energy, not only from your home, but from yourself. You're going to be okay. Your mom says that. She says, you're going to be okay. Yes, you're making things harder, but you've got this because there are tremendous lessons to be learned. And she loves you very, very much.
Thank you very much. I've actually just recently kind of got into the chakras and crystals to try to balance myself out. And that led me to tarot. So I'm kind of getting interested in that now.
If I may recommend that clockwise and counterclockwise for clearing and balancing the chakras. Yeah, do that too. That will help you tremendously in that low back.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Susie. Wyatt?
Hi, Dakota. So I also pulled wind cards for you. I pulled some wind for you. I don't need to know the direction because you are in the west. The west came out for you immediately. I'm like, okay, cool, good to know. And before I move on to the wind, the west is about harvest, about your physical body, about endings, basically where you are right now. This western wind has come in, and I want you to kind of think and to harvest what you planted during this season before whatever brought you into the west. What did you plant? Because now it is time to harvest. And if you don't harvest, you're not going to have a plentiful winter. It's going to be a very, very hard winter. So what I'd like you to do is while you're clearing, while you're doing this, harvest those memories, harvest the nurturing and the love and everything that came through with what is in the house. The wind that I wanted to pull, the wind god, I guess I should say, is Tawira Matia, who comes from New Zealand. He is a tempest wind, so dealing with the storm, and his message is rolling with the storm. This is also kind of separated from the West because he's kind of on his own in this reading for you. The message that came through is children, actually. You know how very chaotic they are, as we are experiencing now. They're very chaotic, but they bring in a great energy. This chaotic energy is to remind us that we're to not be so serious. So roll with this storm, be like a chaotic child, and re-experience all of the love that you had. Okay? And with that, I'm also getting dance. And I'm getting a very loud, like Celtic music. It's very hard to not dance to Celtic music, so go for it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really resonate with that.
Hi.
You're welcome. Hi.
What's your name?
And Dakota, we have another practitioner arrived, and she's got an answer for you. That's great. So go ahead and go. Thanks, Wyatt.
Namaste, Dakota. I'm Michelle, and I just want to let you know that the moment that you shared that your mom had passed and that you were feeling pain, I got a picture of her gravesite. I don't know if she's buried on your land or if there's something that happened the day of her funeral, but she keeps showing me her gravesite. So is there something significant about that? Because there's something about her gravesite that's kind of tied into your back pain. I don't know if you feel guilty for not going there. I don't know if you couldn't afford a stone for her. I don't know, but I'm of course reading between the lines in terms of what she's showing me, but what's that about?
Actually, she had congestive heart failure and she died in our home.
Okay.
The ambulance had to take her out, but she is buried actually the next town over.
Okay.
But our family has never been able to buy a headstone for her.
Okay. So there's something about that in terms of you not feeling like she's physically been honored that is tying into some of your back pain. So I know enough about the body. I'm studying to be a medical hypnotherapist to know that the lower back
any kind of problems, there is a lot of stuff that you're carrying that's really heavy. And my guess is that things just keep slipping out of place because you don't know if you're coming or you're going, you're so overwhelmed. And obviously you mentioned you have more than one child. And so what I want to say is that this particular issue with the headstone, your mom wants you to let it go. Okay, let that go. She's not there. She wants you to know, I'm not even there, you know? So she died in your home. This is where your confliction is. And this is, of course, your mom channeling through me, okay? So I'm just gonna tell you what I'm hearing and what I'm picking up on. She's letting me know that your confliction is, where is mom? There's no headstone for her. I can't go there because I'm not really able to honor her there. And she died in the home. And now if I leave her there, then how do I connect with her? And that's where your biggest issue is in terms of your confliction. She wants you to understand and really feel this, that she's going to go with you wherever you are. It doesn't matter if you're in that home or if you're honoring her wherever it is you buried her. She is with you in spirit. And I want you to know that there's no coincidence. The reason that your 5-year-old keeps coming in the camera is because she's with him daily. She's one of his main spirit guides. So just know she's going to be with you and she's not going anywhere, and you don't have to feel so conflicted anymore. So hopefully that helps you. Okay. Many blessings.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thanks so much, Michelle. Thanks so much, Dakota, for being here and for letting us answer your question. I'm so glad that I didn't see your comment of asking us to pass you by. Thank you so much for being here and letting us share.
Okay, thank you. I really needed that.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Well, we are just at the top of the hour. Let me see if, let's see, super quick. Let's see if we can get in like just 2 answers for Shay. Shay, did you want to come up on screen? Where are you, Shay? If you're ready, wave your hand so I can see you and bring you up.
I don't see Shay on the participant list anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. Gertrude? Gertrude, are you here? Do you want a super quick couple of answers? If so, unmute, turn on your video. You don't have to turn on your video. Oh, there you go. Great. All right. What is your question? And please just be really quick because we don't have a lot of time.
Quick, I just wanted to know what my life purpose is and my spiritual purpose is.
Okay, great. Life purpose and spiritual purpose. I'm just going to share a little bit before anyone else raises their hand here. So you have a really big, bold energy. You feel really powerful. Do people get intimidated by you? You think like they feel your energy and they feel a little nervous, scared?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that one of your talents might be Queen King. It's the most rare talent. It's about being able to see the paradigms at play, not getting caught in the paradigms and actually seeing better paradigms by which everything might work. Does that make sense? You're kind of like a really good BS detector and you can tell when people are telling the truth or not, and you just like slice through it. Yeah, so your gifts are about like shining light to a new way and then directing other people to build it. It's less of an emotional path to the new way, and it's that this just is so, and willing it to be in a whole new way. So do you trust in your capacity to do that? You're a great lead for people to follow. Does that make some sense?
Yeah.
So whatever you're a part of, be in a position where you can implement change, right? Where you can lead change and have people follow to implement it.
Okay.
Right. And I just have the sense it has to do with communities of people too. My sense is that you also appreciate people and groups of people.
Yeah.
All right, great. Susie's got something to share too.
Writing in with Laureli, Gertrude, is to use that BS detector to be really discerning about who you gather around you. Being a leader that you are, you need to have people who are supportive of you. And just because somebody says, oh no, I believe you and all that stuff, you get to make the choice about who you keep with you.
Okay.
Yeah, you got all kinds of guides behind you and they're like, yeah. So like Archangel Michael is there. I see some and Dragon. Oh my God. Oh boy, do you have Dragon with you? So enjoy it, embrace it, and yet use discernment. Thanks.
I always thought I had dragons with me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great, thank you, Susie. All right, Alethea.
My dear Gertrude, so yes, you are the archetypal manifestation of the divine grandmother. It is because of you, you hold the torch of what it's like to be the wise, centered, divine feminine for the younger women in your family. And they look to you for leadership, for modeling what a strong woman looks like and lives like. Your natural leadership in your family and your community is so essential right now. And people look to you for inspiration, for guidance, for instruction. And it's time for you to take your place, my dear. I'm so excited for you. Time for you to take your place.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alethea, and thank you, Gertrude, for your question. Thanks for letting us leap in and do a real quickie as we're getting ready to transition to the next part of our event. Thanks so much for coming and being willing to ask. Get on the panel, get up in front of the panel. Right. Well, thank you, everyone. This has been our intuitive panel, and we're getting ready to transition to the next stage of our fair. We're going to have the practitioners be in public breakout rooms, and you can move from room to room. And there are private rooms that are available for sessions. Please don't go in one of those unless you are instructed to do so with your practitioner. It'll be really clear from the names of the rooms where you are. So the rooms have already been created. We've got 1 through 14 are the public rooms. The practitioners' names and their modalities are on those rooms. And the private session rooms all say private session, so it's really clear. There are a couple other rooms that we have. There's a tech room. If you have trouble, one of us will meet you. Probably Gia will meet you in the tech room and help solve any tech issues. And then we also have a fair schedule, and I'm going to go update that on my screen in a few moments. I made a couple updates to the flyer and an update to the talks. And then Anissa is going to be here in the main room throughout the fair, helping answer questions and help move you around. She's going to be announcing all of the talks, so you'll be able to find out what's coming. You'll get a little message flashed across your screen so you know when everything is. I just aim to keep everything running and on schedule. And so you can move in and out of the rooms as much as you want. The talks are just formal times when groups of people are moving into rooms together, but feel free to move to rooms as much as you want. You can look at the breakout room panel. If you're on a computer, it should be on the bottom of your screen. Click breakout rooms. If it's not there, maybe click more and it'll show up. If you're on a tablet or a phone, tap your screen and the top left says breakout rooms. It should still open up a panel. You can see all the rooms numbered, and you can see how many people are in the rooms. Right now, there's almost no one there, but very soon there will be people in those rooms, and you can see like, oh, practitioner only has one person. I'm going to go talk to that practitioner. You're also welcome to come back to the main room at any time. Practitioners, you're welcome to come back here too if your rooms are empty, or hop around and see other practitioners. If you want to come back to the main room at any point, that's on the bottom right of your computer screen. Click leave, and then be sure to click leave room. If you click leave meeting, you'll be off into the world, and then just go to jointhefair.com and click the button and come right back in here. So leave room, you'll come back to the main room. If you're on a phone or a tablet, tap your screen on the top right, it'll say leave again, leave room. So you come back to the main room, and we'll just help you move wherever else you want to go. Gio might be in here helping at some point. I might be in here helping at some point. And that's basically how this works. It's just like a fair. You're going to be able to move from booth to booth. Anissa, is there anything else I should say? I think you're good. Great. And so most of you probably have updated Zoom, and you can move yourself from room to room. On the panel, it might say join right next to someone's name, and you just click that and poof, you're in that room. Or if like me, you're on a Mac, it'll say the number of people in the room, and then you just have to hover over that number, and then it will say join. And I think it's kind of the same way on the phone. All right. And so practitioners, any questions you have, come on back here. Anissa will help, or, we'll find someone else to help. If you need help in your room, there might still be a help button, and you can call and ask for help, and we will get someone over to help you too. So have fun, everyone. We're excited to do this all together. And yeah, lots of great connections tonight. And remember, please consider doing sessions with our practitioners tonight, or getting sessions for the future. They're great as presents. It really supports us continuing to offer these events to you for free right now, totally free. So yeah, please support our practitioners. That's how we're able to do this for you. So practitioners, feel free if you want to move to your rooms, and people are just going to start moving around. And this is going to start announcing the talks. They'll be coming in the chat in a moment. I can't see them anywhere in the document. I don't know where I am. Oh, here they are. right now. So we've got Awakening Lions with RaShar Divine coming up. It's 15 minutes.
She's not
after
here.
room 9. Oh, RaShar's not here. Never mind. Cancel. It's in red. It's in red. At 6:15, we also have How to Pre-Qualify for a Lover by Numbers with Audrey Lee. That's in room 2. And we have Protecting Your Energy with Sherry Davis in room 12. Coming up at 6:30, we have Wishcraft for Casting a Happy Spell on Yourself with Sarah in room 10. We have Afterlife Messages and Intuitive Readings with Medium Michelle in room 7. And we have How the Tarot Can Help You Find Your Purpose with Henry in room 4, and Soul Contract Charts with Lizzie in room 6. So lots of stuff going on. Have lots of fun. Great. So off to the rooms. Vanessa?
And then if there are any practitioners who need to be made a co-host, please let me know before you leave and I'll make you a co-host. You can put it in the chat or wave your hand really quick.
That's right. And Sarah, if you you'd need to be a co-host if you need to share your screen for slides or anything like that. The trick though is if you become a co-host, you have to be careful and not close all the breakout rooms. One can accidentally close all the breakout rooms as a co-host. Yeah, so anyone that does that, just be careful. And practitioners, you're welcome to like come back and hang out in the main room, and whoever's here, we're happy to have a conversation. And yeah, great. So many people are off video today. Oh, let me turn off the recording. Thanks so much for joining us here at the fair, enjoying the recording. You can find out more of our events at mewefairs.com. That's MEWEFAIRS.com.